Rich Soul. As for today, we are going to continue with the Rich Reflection, wherein I'll be reading some of my book lections, some of the books that I have here, and I'll be sharing to you some of the highlights or the lessons that you have to remember from a certain book. As for today, I have chosen this book entitled Letters to Young Lovers. This is originally written by Ellen G. White through the Ellen G. White Estate, Washington, but this is republished by the Amicus Publishing Ministry. Alright, so I got this book, I think, way back when I was in first year college. So as you can see, it's already very old. Natayan na or natanggal na siya. But anyhow, I can assure you that the content of this book is really good, and it could be a very big help to, especially to the young people, to the young lovers. So let's start. So I'll be reading to you some of the lines or some of the paragraphs that I underlined before when I read this one. On page 26, says here, for the girls, this is for the girls. Listen, girls, young girls. Shout out to my students. Give yourself sufficient time for observation on every point, and then do not trust to your own judgment. And let the mother who loves you and your father and confidential friends make critical observations of the one you feel inclined to favor. Trust not to your own judgment, and marry no one whom you feel will not be an honor to your father and mother, one who has intelligence and moral worth. So it says here for girls, there is a guide for us nga sa atong pagpili sa laki nga ato ang sugton or puhon na mahimo na tong partner in life. We do not have to rely on ourselves. We have to seek guidance from our parents, especially the mother, the father, and close friends, for them to critically judge, o dili po in a negative way, no, pero para mo nilang giingon nga mahimbisan or mahashasan gid nila if that person is deserving for your love and for your life, because in marriage you're gonna spend the rest of your life with a person. Let's continue. The girl who gives over her affections to a man and invites his attention by her advances, hanging around where she will be noticed of him, unless he shall appear rude, is not the girl you want to associate with. Her conversation is cheap and frequently without depth. So this time, this is for the boys. As said here, ang mga babae daw nga mo'y magpakita sa ilang affection sa isa ka laki, then mag-invite sa ilang attention. So in other words, mo'y maguna-una or may magpakita og motibo, okay, by her advances, mo'y magpaduol-duol sa laki. Tingin dere, her conversation is cheap and frequently without depth. It will be far better not to marry at all than to be unfortunately married. But seek counsel of God in all these things. Be so calm, so submissive to the will of God, that you will not be in a fever of excitement and qualified for service by your attachments. So, just like infatuation, which is a counterfeit of true love, if you are so infatuated with a person, madi mang imong reason, di ba? Mas ma-overwhelm kasi mo reason, managing fever of excitement. Na dili ka maka-think logically if the person is really worthy of your time, of your affection. So, just like the given example here, na ang babae nga may maguna-una or ang babae nga may magpakita og motive sa isa ka laki, dire nga dili ko na siya mo'y angayan nga piliun. So we also have to seek the counsel of God in all these things, especially in this matter. So this is not just affecting us. It will also affect the family sa imong choice, sa imong nga minyuan, and most especially your relationship with God. So for the next highlight, okay, so on page 37, okay, don't keep it a secret. So this is relating to the boys. A young man who enjoys the society and wins the friendship of a young lady unbeknown to her parents does not act a noble Christian part toward her or toward her parents. Through secret communications and meetings, he may gain an influence over her mind, but in so doing fails to manifest that nobility and integrity of soul which every child of God will possess. So further, it says here that it is like stealing. So, thou shalt not steal was written by the finger of God upon the tables of stone. Yet how much underhand stealing of affections is practiced and excused. A deceptive courtship is maintained. Private communications are kept up until the affections of one who is inexperienced and who knows not whereunto these things may grow are in a measure withdrawn from her parents and placed upon him who shows by the very course he pursues that he is unworthy of her love. The Bible condemns every species of dishonesty and demands right doing under all circumstances. So, makaigo siya, no? Liray na. Ang mga laki daw nga ganahan sila nga manguyab or i-win ang affection or friendship sa isa kabae, sa kayang lady. Nga wala ang knowledge sa parents or wala ng purman o pananghid is not a noble Christian. It's not the personality or characteristic of a noble Christian. So it's like stealing the affection sa young lady na instead na mo respect mananggit sa parents, sila lang in private conversations and mga tryst or mga rendezvous or mga meetings with the girl. So managing ang derino nga sakit siya, maigo gini siya, pero this is really true. This is the truth nga when we win the affection of someone, dapat manangita ko kisagi authority or kisagi dapat na panagiran like sa parents nga sila gyud nagpadako, sila gyud nag-guide anak. Kaya gingan na rin nga when we have the deceptive courtship, pag panguyap pero deceptive siya, na siya mga tricks behind. Nga naman, imong giwin ang confidence, ang trust sa isa ka bae na especially katong wala pa siya sa uyab and then imo na silang ipasaligan, nisalig na sila niyo to the point nga sahay, mangilid na po sila silang parents, diba? Mas mutuo pa sila nimo kaysa sa parents. So, magkabuhol-buhol na magkadaghan na ang mga mabuhat pod ng mga sala tungod sa gisugdan pod na deception. And then here, okay, page 58. To trifle with hearts is a crime of no small magnitude in the sight of a holy God. And yet, some will show preferences for young ladies and call out their affections, and then go their way and forget all about the words they've spoken and their effect. A new face attracts them, and they repeat the same words, devote to one another the same attentions. Boys, but this is not just for the boys, also for the girls. It says here nga, Tanang nga ako nagduwa sa kasing-kasing. So siya, wala raman to, dili magid na to, imyo raman na to. Kung ano, wala pa kay klaro, dili pa to official. Mangita na paglain. Kung nakita, uy, nice na gini siya. Uy, chicks kayo ni siya. Papalag ni siya. Type na ko siya. So, siya na po di mo nga. And then, mapula na po ka. Lain na po. So, no, is a crime of no small magnitude in the sight of a holy God. So, dili gid maayo na magpasakit. No? Magduwa-duwa sa kasing-kasing kay dili lalib, di ba? Nga ang isa ka bae nahulog na in love na nimo, and then na kay mga promises, you made promises, and then wala ra day value, wala ra. Yun diri no nga, then go their way and forget all about the words they have spoken, and their effect. So pagkahuman nilakaw ra, mura nagwala, wala siya nakakuan nga ang nahabilin, ang nabiyaan, nasakitan. Okay, and it will even last for at maximum, no, at lifetime nga ang imong nga sakit or imong nga trauma ana nga experience ninyo as girls. But of course na po na nga boys, dili na po nato generalize na sa side sa girl na po girl nga baliwala ra niya ang iyang mga pagpakita og affections na nakapasakit din siya sa laki, nga gibinuangan na din niya ang laki. Okay, I think this is all for the book. Actually, there are a lot pag yun. But then for this episode, let's focus on this one. So I hope that we can share our love to all the people around us, our pure love, our true love, and for the younger generation, for students, and for other teens who are not yet ready to engage in a serious relationship. I hope that you will think twice, and most importantly, you will seek the guidance of the Lord. You have to pray. Mas dagan pa nga prayers good. Okay? Especially katong padong na jud mo uyab, or especially katong those who are contemplating for marriage. Because again, once we enter ani nga sacred nga thing, which is marriage, dili na nato siya pwede nga sa likway or ato ang gausan. So this is for a lifetime. So I hope you learned something. I hope you learned something from this episode. And if you feel like sharing this one to your friends and loved ones, you can feel free to share the link to any like Facebook or Messenger or verbal, could be. Thank you so much for support. Don't forget to like and of course subscribe to this channel. Once again, thank you. Have a blessed and stay blessed. Good day, everyone.